This is Optimal Relationships Daily, episode 977, Minimalism for Mothers, an essay on simple living and motherhood, by Jennifer of simplyfiercely.com. Hello, everybody, and thank you so much for joining me today for another episode of ORD. I am your host and narrator, Greg Audino. Very happy to be with you today. In this episode, we'll be looking at a post from Jennifer of Simply Fiercely, or rather from one of her readers who had some reflections on minimalism as a mother. Doesn't seem like an easy feat, but this one might have you think again. So let's jump into this post and start optimizing your life. Minimalism for Mothers, an essay on simple living and motherhood, by Jennifer of simplyfiercely.com. As some of you may know, I'm expecting my first little one very soon, in just under 10 weeks to be exact. So perhaps unsurprisingly, minimalism and motherhood has been on my mind. I'm not worried, but I am curious about how my life will change. So when I received an email from Candace, a minimalist mom and traveler, I was intrigued. I invited her to share her thoughts on simple living and motherhood, and here's what she had to say. I hope you enjoy this beautiful essay as much as I did. Jennifer. I am Candace. I am a traveler, a mom, and a minimalist. I blog about life as a single parent of color at myspoclife.com. Minimalism is what helps me to keep my life as a mom and a traveler focused on the right things. I feel that it helps me to achieve my dream life by keeping me aware of the important things. Let me explain. Being a mother in the Western world is not always easy. It should be. However, with the invention of social media and the prevalence of opinions, mothering just got more difficult. There is an impossible standard that is being held up to everyone, mothers included. It is displayed everywhere you look. The perfect way to bring a child into the world, the perfect nursery, the perfect preschool, clothes and gear, the best activities for your child, the types of things they should or should not eat. The list goes on and on. When a mother chooses minimalism, this storm of opinions is hushed. Your life is simplified. You are suddenly able to hear what your heart says. You can focus on the most important things, your well-being and that of your family. I have always been interested in making the world a better place and my life the best it can be. Something I have always done is look up information about simple living, community gardening, and budget travel. I find it enjoyable, and passed many hours of my free time exploring these topics. Then my daughter was born. My daughter was an unexpected bundle of responsibility, born at the beginning of divorce proceedings with her father. Having already begun to live a simpler life, I didn't want to clutter up my home with baby things. I wanted to move throughout life much the way I had before her arrival. I wanted to show her what I loved about the world. I opted not to use many things that moms are told are necessary for babies and small children. I could not see the benefit of having a stroller. Taking public transportation would be a hassle. Why carry a stroller up and down stairs, in and out of crowded buses? Often, parents hold the child in pushing the stroller anyway. I spent many years with her happily on my back. I opted not to have lots of clothing, shoes, and toys for the baby. She wasn't going out much. She wasn't going to play with these plastic toys. She couldn't walk, so why have lots of shoes? As I made these decisions and more for our lives, I didn't realize that I was already doing what minimalists do, choosing the important things and leaving the rest. Then I discovered minimalism. My life changed for the better. Objects, habits, and people that I hung on to in hopes for a different future, I was able to let it all go. As I let it go, our lives improved. We have peace in our home. We live the life that we decide to live. We are the captains of our ship, and not society and its opinions. Moms deserve to live their best life. They deserve their own personal time. Moms can live in a house where they are not stumbling over toys, where they don't have mountains of laundry. Moms can choose to live how they want to live. When moms discover minimalism, it will change their lives. It gives you the power to say no to hosting excessive birthday parties, no to too many school activities, and the list goes on. You can then say yes to the things you feel are important for your family. For my daughter and I, minimalism has allowed us to say yes to travel. I am an adventurer, and my daughter is curious. We have been to many countries together and are only just getting started. I am able to do what I love because I have said no to what was not important. As a mother, I find it important to give these values to my daughter. As she grows older, she will have the ability to hear what her heart says when society begins to try and place limits on her. My minimalism may not look like your minimalism. In fact, you may be neither a mom or a woman. However, the basics of our minimalism should be the same. Choose people over things. Choose experiences over materialism. Listen to what your heart says matters to you. Leave all of the rest aside. If you don't know what is important to you and you haven't started finding out what is important, I encourage you to try. You have a world of wonder to discover, and not much to lose, but stuff you didn't really want anyway. You just listened to the post titled, Minimalism for Mothers, an essay on simple living and motherhood, by Jennifer of simplyfiercely.com. And before we go any further, I want to shout out a company that I see growing in popularity every day, a new sponsor of the show, Fit Forever. Fit Forever is a great health and fitness app that's backed by some of the world's most prestigious doctors, professional athletes, surgeons, Olympic trainers, and physical therapists, and they've all contributed their own expertise into the app's development. So it's medically backed fitness, helping users improve their posture, flexibility, strength, and joint health, all within just the first week. All you do is take a quick assessment, and from there you are provided with a personalized fitness plan based on your needs and limitations, which includes daily workouts designed to help improve your body, your mind, your mood, and it only takes 30 minutes each day. Guys, look, we all know that any change requires commitment. So commit to a plan that will completely transform how you look, feel, and live. Sign up today at fitforever.com for your free 1-week trial. And exclusively for our listeners, Fit Forever is offering $10 off their yearly plan, which you can access by using code ORD at checkout. That's fitforever.com. And again, use code ORD at checkout. And thanks a lot to both Jennifer and Candace for that wonderful read. If there's one challenge I think many could agree upon when contemplating minimalism, it's probably how on earth could you do that while raising a family? Well, this is an important write-up because we tend to forget that it's possible. You know, it seems so challenging that over time it's easy to start believing it actually can't be done, when in reality, of course it can be done. This is an especially easy trap for us Westerners to fall into, because families are often raised with a lot of stuff in the house. But minimalism as a parent is not taking away from your child's upbringing. Rather, it's just shifting cultures within the house and introducing a way of living that simply just hasn't been as popular here until recently. It may not be the norm yet, but it certainly isn't any kind of deprivation on your children, which is really worth keeping in mind. And that's going to do it for today, everyone. Thanks so much for joining me for this parenting episode. And if you liked it, then be sure to come on back tomorrow where I will have another one for you, this time from Adina Sokoloff at parentingsimply.com. That's where your optimal life awaits.